Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about the mess. Listen, baby, do y'all watch Power? Power, I don't know, child. It's all the same to me. Um, I remember when Power first came on. Remember, I think it came on not the same time as, when Empire came on, when I was on, girl. Empire was good the first season. And then after the first season, they kind of, girl, he went too left for me. I think I tapped out of not Power. I think I tapped out of Empire. Either I watched the full second season, or either I started to kind of like, girl, and then I kind of like would come in and out, but it wasn't good after the first season. But anyways, I remember Power either coming on the first season of Empire, second season, I can't remember. But anyways, I never really got into Power. And I eventually ended up watching Power probably 2 years ago, maybe. And I was like, oh, this is actually good. And then the son, Tariq, got the spinoff. And then I remember watching Kanan, Raising Kanan. And then I watched Tommy's show. And at one point I was like, okay, this is too... I feel like at one point it was just kind of like, girl, it's only so much slanging. Hello? Girl, D-Boys, street pharmacy shows I can watch. But, and I was waiting for Power for the full season to air, and then I was just going to binge watch it. Because I like to binge watch shows now. I think it's so... I'm so late to the party. I remember when I first heard of binge watching, I used to be like, oh, that's stupid, because I want to watch the show in real time if I'm going to watch the show. Because I used to want to, especially when Scandal came on back in the day, I used to want to participate. I wanted to be a part of the conversation. Girl, so if everybody else watching Scandal, I'm watching too, because I want to be on Facebook. Girl, leaving my little, girl, you just saw what happened? Girl, So anyways, I was waiting for the full season to air. This season of Power 2 Ghosts. I think that's the name of it. Tariq's show. Anyways, I started watching the other day, and I was like, it's 8 episodes. And in my head, I was like, it's going to take me a few days to watch this because I have other stuff to do. And so I'm thinking by the time, if it takes me longer than a few days, hopefully the end of the season, the other 2 episodes will have already aired because there's only 10 episodes. But I watched the 8 episodes probably in a day or two. I was just glued to my television, even though this season has just been okay. I feel like this season is kind of rushed. I really do. But anyways, the last episode, baby, girl, when I tell you this last episode before the series finale comes on next week. When I tell you, baby, the way I was over here, girl, crying. Hey, girl, when Monet went out like a G. I said, wait a minute, Monet. When I tell you, Monet probably had some of the finest men. Girl, when I tell you, every man she laid up with was fine. Girl, that daddy was fine. What was the other one? Zeke's daddy was fine. The cop, I think he was fine. Girl, everybody Monet laid up with was fine. She had a type though. There's no shade, but I said, oh girl, she like them light skinned. She like them Puerto Ricans, some Cubans, Dominicans. Hey, Papi, hey, Papi, hey. She like that. I said, okay, she like them NYC Papi, okay. But anyways, girl, Monet died, and I was, girl, gagged. Girl, I was absolutely gagged. But quiet as this kept, she should have. She wasn't good for nothing else. And we gonna be honest about it. She wasn't, girl. She should have. She wasn't good for nothing else. Come on, that was a horrible mama. Girl, she took one for the team, finally. Okay? Finally, girl. Girl, Monet was trash. Girl, Monet was trash. Okay? She did one good deed. Now all of a sudden, everybody want to give her Mother of the Year awards. No, she's still trash. Now don't get it twisted. I cried because I'm a crybaby. Okay, because once I wiped my tears, I started realizing what had just happened throughout the seasons. I said, "Girl, she was supposed to die. Girl, that lady was trash." Do you hear me? Now, I'm gonna tell you who I go up for. I'm gonna tell you who I go up for. Baby, that Miss Noma, baby. Baby, that Miss Noma is something serious. When I tell you, baby, if you, girl, when I tell you Noma is so ruthless, like, I don't think I have ever seen a woman character be that, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think she ever, I think the only thing that was probably her soft spot was her daughter. Other than that, anybody could get it with Noma. I don't think I've ever seen a woman character be that ruthless. Because even when you have a woman like Noma on movies, they usually will make the woman's soft spot a man. You see what I'm saying? Like, she could be cutthroat, chopping girls off at their knees. But girl, her soft spot is always gonna be a man. Girl, Noma, honey, she putting daggers in, she'll put it in your throat. Girl. She ain't care. She did not care. That number was, baby, when I say that number, girl, number was a mess. Fly. Girl, will chop your head off with a suit on. Girl, a white one at that. I said, can't wait. Baby, that number was a mess. Number was a mess. I love Number though. You know who I felt like, I don't know, I just like this season was rushed. Drew was fine to me. Drew ain't never been fine to me. There was something about Drew this season. Maybe maybe I'm starting to see what y'all talk about dirty trade. Drew was giving me dirty trade this season. I said, "Oh, that's what the girls be talking about when they be like a dirty trade." Girl, because Drew was kind of fine. So shout out to the dirty trade, baby. Release the trade. That's what Beyonce and Big Freedia tried to tell y'all. Y'all don't listen though. Drew, okay. No shade about Diana. I think Diana is a gorgeous woman. But when Diana became like a thug just overnight, like I don't remember Diana ever really being like this hardcore. Like Diana was a girl who might get a little, you know, I guess she might do a little deal. But I don't remember Diana ever being like walking up, bang, bang. Now all of a sudden she busting into rooms, doing shootouts. I just feel like this season, I feel like some of the characters, it went so fast, right? Like Diana went from like kind of like the girl of the family we have to protect to, you know, having a little boyfriends or whatever. But then all of a sudden, girl, what a girl walking around, pop, pop, pop. And it's like, okay, girl. I guess. Michael Ealy's character, I can't stand his ass. Somebody said something about Tariq's character as far as how he handled the situation when he was supposed to take out the cop. And somebody said that he probably did that because they think that Tariq is basically getting his get back. Like he purposely didn't take out the cop so that Monet could get got because he still want his lick back for everybody in the family. What they said, I was like, oh, that actually makes sense. But yeah, the last like 15 minutes of the episode, what the hell, Mary? One quick see, what do you have here now? Do you want to ride or die? Hey, la da 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 da. Hey, girl, Mary had on her knee high boots, honey. Maybe she had on her her floor length dress, honey. Baby, she went out like a G. It was sad though. It was sad. Even though she was even though that she was an ain't shit bitch, but it was still sad to see her go out like that. But I mean, girl, low key, like I guess when you live that girl, it's no shade. When you live, I know it's just a show. But when you live that dirty life, girl, you gonna girl when you girl. What they say, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Is that how the saying go? How does the saying go? Live by the sword, die by the sword. Mm-hmm. I don't like you know who character I don't like? Cause you know it's so crazy. I didn't like Drew's character at first. I want to say I did not like Drew's character at all. Like I never liked his character. I just never liked his character until this season. I started liking Drew's character. Who I could not stand was Kane. Once I could not stand Kane. Kane made me so sick because Kane thought everybody was scared of him. And maybe they weren't. Okay, I would have been too, but I'm just saying ain't nobody scared of you. Okay, I am, but I'm not. But girl, ain't nobody scared of you. He made me so sick. Um, who else? Oh, and the white boy. Girl, he was going through it, honey. Girl, every time we looked up, girl, he was putting sugar to his nose. I said, "Ooh, girl, she losing it." Oh, and then Method Man's character, girl, with his fine ass. I'm gonna call. I'm gonna ask my. I'm gonna DM Auntie Wendy and ask how the sex was with Method. Remember Auntie Wendy? Didn't Auntie Wendy say she slept with Method Man back in the day? That's what she said. Did she say that? Did she say she smashed? Did she say she got digged down by Method Man? That's what I think. He fine as hell though. I ain't gonna lie. Mm. Anyways, girl, let's move on. What we talking about today? Let me see. Young Miami accused of harassing woman Diddy impregnated, telling her to get girl to have a heaven baby. Oh, child. They put the A word. We call them heaven babies over here. So anytime you hear me say heaven baby, that means somebody took a trip to the chop shop. Okay, somebody took a trip to the children's chop shop. We pro. I'm pro. Whatever you need to do for your life. So okay. Um, Young Miami. This is according to the Jasmine brand. Girl, I told you I don't offer people money, but we need some money. You sure? All right, well, girl, let me know. This is a Mexican girl I used to work with. She was like 18, and she came and told me that she was knocked up. Girl, you need some money. You need me to go. You want me to go with you? No, I'm fine. I just, girl, girl, you know, they used to think I was their daddy. Girl, I used to act like their daddy anyways. Girl. I told her not to get pregnant. She ain't want to listen. Don't get pregnant, girl. Did she go out? Did she look up one day? I'm pregnant. Oh, girl, what? Anyways, girl, she went and took her business. And she came back to work the next day. I said, "You all right?" She said, "I'm fine." I said, "You sure?" Yeah, man. I think Miss Thing was back at the club that same weekend. Anyways, young Miami, real name Carisha Brownlee is accused of harassing the woman who recently sued Diddy. That's it. This is according to the Jasmine brand, claiming that over a 4-year period, he DRUGGED'd her. He R'd her and got Jane Doe pregnant. In fact, she claims the City Girls rapper told her to terminate the pregnancy. Carisha Brownlee, defendant Combs' associate, harassed Jane Doe repeatedly by calling her and telling Jane Doe to have a heaven baby. The complaint states, as previously reported, a woman filed a suit on Friday under the name Jane Doe. She claims Diddy DRUGGE deed and assaulted her over 4 years. Jane Doe also says she became pregnant during one of the encounters before suffering a miscarriage. At the time of the pregnancy, Diddy he was dating Young Miami, who Jane Doe says harassed her about getting a heaven baby. Listen, as much as young Miami might not want to admit it, I know she probably hated that she ever started talking to Puffy. Ooh, girl. I know everybody probably running around, girl, nervous, girl, drinking bottles, girl, a taco vodka, girl, Tito's, Hennessy, girl, Paul Masson, OE, girl, a faux loco, whatever you need to take to shake the nerves off. I know they nerves is bad. I thought Carisha hit the jackpot when she got with Puffy. I didn't know Puffy was doing all this carrying on. Hello? I thought Carisha hit the jackpot. Girl, that is not a pot of gold. That was not a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, honey. That was a toilet full of shit. You hear me? Girl, not every time we look up, but Carisha's name has been mentioned a few times. I'm trying to take off. And I'm not even telling the truth when I say mentioned a few times. Carisha's name has been mentioned a lot, girl, as pertains to Puff Daddy. That was already calling her the Queen of the South. Okay, well I called her girl. Okay, well I gave her the name the Queen of the South because they said she was over there pink. Girl, they said Miss Singles over there moving pink Cocalina. I said, oh my, allegedly. It was something like that. It was something, her name was attached to something with the Cocalina, the sugar. It was pink. Girl, that's all I remember. And her name was somewhere in the mix. And now her name being mentioned with this. Now, I don't think it's against, girl, I hope it ain't. I don't think it's against the law to tell nobody to go have a heaven baby. But her name is still in the mix. Oh, what it is against the law to harass people. Oh, they said she was accused of harassing. Girl, see, I forgot about that part. Oh, they said she was harassing the woman. The first comment, she told that girl Diddy would make her get on her knees and eat her cat, but y'all swerving out. She had zero involvement. Remember, Carisha did say that to one of the girls. The one to the devil is busy. Girl. Ain't y'all, girl, let me tell you something. Don't y'all be happy? Let me tell you something. Don't y'all be happy when stuff happen that ain't got nothing to do with you? Girl, all this stuff, girl, it's no shame. All this stuff going on, we can just sit back and be like, ooh, girl. Because we wasn't at the parties. At least I wasn't. I don't know what y'all was doing. I wasn't at the parties. Okay? I wasn't on the boat. Girl, I wasn't at the picnic. Okay, I wasn't at the after party. Girl, I ain't even know all this stuff was going on with Puffy. Okay. But I know the girls who was there, honey. I know they are shaking in their boots. And then they say, girl, it's a tape. They say it's a tape out. A Puffy girl with something. Girl, we'll talk about it in another video. Girl, it's just every time I look up, it's a Puffy. Girl, every time I look up, it's something about Puffy. I can't even keep up no more because there's so much carrying on going on. The only two I feel bad for, honestly, are those girls, the twins. Other than that, girl, everybody else, honey, y'all better lawyer up, because those are the only two I really kind of feel bad for, because I feel like out of everyone, they are the two. Oh, and then Chance, ain't there Chance? That's three. The three girls. I feel like out of everyone, I feel like they don't have anything to do with anything. Look, you never know nowadays, honey, but I don't feel like they do. But everybody else, I think had, girl, you saw something, you know something, you heard something. What the diva say? Everybody is a witness. Okay? Quiet as this kept, girl. Quiet as this kept, I would bring the girls in too just to ask him on the low. Girl, now I know, girl. Now when y'all was living with y'all daddy, Did y'all see something? I would ask them the question because at the end of the day, girl, they ain't stupid. They ain't like they won. Girl, they 17 now. Ain't they like 17, 16? Big enough, old enough to talk and see stuff and know what's going on. You think Puffy will be doing that carrying on with them daughters there? Do you think he was doing that at his house? Or does he, you know how some of the girls be having like, I heard like some of the, wasn't it Ray J who said like he has like a party house and then his like house that he lives in. So whenever he wants to throw parties, that happens at that house, but then he has his own home where, you know, I guess he ain't got to worry about all those spirits. Do y'all think he used to party around the girls? Mm. Girl, it is what it is, honey. Jussie. I was wondering why Jussie was doing a new movie, Jussie Smollett. I think he has a movie coming out, or it's already out. Because I was like, why would he just be doing it? Because usually when people do interviews, celebrities anyways, they're like promote something that's come like a book, a movie, girl, a toy line. I don't know. But I think he either has a movie coming out or it's already out. But Jussie Smollett recalls being numb after being arrested for hate crime hoax. I couldn't make sense of what was going on. I want Jussie to stop talking about this. I do. Even if they ask a question, I would prefer him just to say, you know what? I don't even want to. I don't know, girl. He got the people that can tell him what he needs to say, but I just don't know how this helps him because we too busy talking about Puffy. Girl, we don't care about Jussie Smollett anymore. But I feel like in order for him to even kind of, I mean, because he was never this big time actor anyways. It's not like he was a Michael B. Jordan. It's not like he, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he was even like a Jonathan Majors who was on his way, you know, to probably being one of the top actors, you know, out there. It wasn't like to me, I never looked at Jussie Smollett like that. You know, he had his acting, you know, he had his gig on Empire. But I feel like even if he wanted to kind of, the movies that he, you know, does, I feel like they come and go because I think he had one movie out, something about Blue Boys. I didn't hear anybody talk about that. And I don't think he has another movie out and nobody's really talking about that. And I just low-key saw something about that earlier. I was like, oh, he has a movie. Because I was wondering why is he doing an interview? And I was like, oh, he has a movie coming out. But again, you don't really hear people talking about the movies. Girl, what's making the headlines is you basically talking about this. This is what's making the headlines on the blogs because where I saw you had a movie where I saw him having a movie coming out was on the gay blog. Girl, but on the Jasmine Brands of Hollywood Unlocks, the Shade Room, girl, they're talking about the hate crime. Girl, they're not even talking about your movie. Let me make sure. I saw that somewhere. Hold up. It had to be. I saw it somewhere. Let me Google it. Jussie Smollett. I thought it was something like, let me just put new movie. The Lost Holiday. Yep. Okay. Oh, maybe this movie came out in June. Oh, no, that's a lie. It came out September the 27th. Okay, this is according to the Billboard, Billboard.com. Musician and actor Jussie Smollett, who previously starred on Empire, is back with a new project called The Last Holiday, opening Friday, September the 27th in select AMC theaters nationwide. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's teaming up with Vivica A. Fox. Okay. So yeah, he's promoting a movie, but again, like I said, nobody's even talking about the movie. They're only talking about him talking about the hate crime. Girl, stop talking about that hate crime because, girl, I don't know how that's not really benefiting you. I don't know how he can get around talking about it. I guess just say, girl, I don't want to talk about that. Girl, I don't know. I'll tell the interviews that I don't want to talk about the hate crime. Anyways, he first stated in the 2019 Entertainment That was a pretty dark day because that's when everything clicked on me what was happening. Girl, we're not going through all that. Girl, this is dumb, Jussie. Stop talking about it. Girl, I tried to have your back because I wanted to sleep with you. I'm just playing, child. I mean, I will sleep with him. But girl, I was like, okay, I want to have Jussie's back because, he's gay, he's black. And I was just like, I feel like nobody really ever has gay black folk back. Not even black folk. Huh, catch that tea. And so I was like, I'm not going to let Jussie hang out to dry like that. And then I had to wake up one day and I had to say, sister, girl, you on your own. I tried to have your back, sister, but girl, you got me out here looking stupid in these streets. Absolutely not. One thing I'm never going to do is look dumb over no nickel. Okay? I'm going to have your back as long as I can until I got to get off the train. Baby, I hopped off that train so fast. I said, oh, baby, next stop. I'm getting off. Girl, I tried. It's not working. And I came back and said, girl, and I'm saying when I knew Jussie was a goddamn stunt queen. I'm telling you when I knew Jussie was cool. Girl, we just talking. I went to Chicago. And I don't remember the month, but it had to be around the holidays because I remember Christmas lights. I remember going to Starbucks, and during the holiday season, Christmas time, they usually change their cups, like the red cups. I just remember it being around Christmas time. Either it was after Thanksgiving, but probably somewhere. I think it was somewhere around December, I believe, maybe so. Anyways, it was cold, okay? And I wasn't really prepared. I brought a bunch of coats, but I just brought like t-shirts and stuff. I didn't think it was going to be nothing I couldn't handle because I've been to DC before. And I remember I went to DC one time, it was like 15 degrees and it was snowing. And I was fine. I remember I was all outside calling my nieces, showing my nieces the snow. Only thing was I couldn't walk in the snow. I kept slipping and sliding. Honey, girl, like I was doing like I was doing an electric slide in the snow. I was so embarrassed. So I'm thinking that, I'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Even though they call it the Windy City, okay, it still didn't ding. The light bulb didn't go off. I was acting like Portia. Portia ain't got nothing to do with this, but I was gonna throw her name in there. So, anyways, I'm like, I'll be okay. I took my jeans, tennis shoes, some boots. I think I took like 4 coats. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be good. And so one night I went to the club. I went to the bar. I get back home and I get on DoorDash because I'm hungry because I've been drinking. And the only thing I saw that was really open was like McDonald's. And mind you, it was like 2 something in the morning maybe. So I'm like, I'm just gonna order some nuggets or something until I can get, so that'll hold me over until I can go to sleep and then wake up the next day. So I ordered my McDonald's through DoorDash, and there was a McDonald's literally right around the corner, but the only thing that was open was a drive-through. You couldn't go inside. And I'm like, oh my God. So about 45 minutes passed, and they canceled the order. The DoorDash person canceled the order. I was pissed. So I was like, I'm just going to go to Walgreens. There was a 24-hour Walgreens, also right around the corner. But I didn't want to walk out. I didn't want to walk to the Walgreens because I remember it being cold. Baby, when I tell y'all, baby, all I could think about was that lying-ass bitch. Ain't no fucking way. Jussie, with his fine ass, okay, was walking to Subway. I think it was negative, girl. I think the weather was negative. It was freezing. Ain't no way that fucking queen was walking to Subway in the freezing cold at 2:00 in the morning. He would have did better by trying to convince me he was walking for some ass. Girl, probably a little penis. I don't know what he into in the bedroom. Girl, even some coochie. I probably even would have been like, but even in weather like that, girl, you got to have some good coochie. You got to have that good coochie, girl, that yum yum sauce. Girl, shout out to Kaya, girl, Miss Pussy Good Boss. Okay? Girl, if somebody walking in the cold, or even driving in the cold, you got to have some good dick, girl, some good ass, or some good cat. Okay? And another reason why I didn't think Jussie was not, because I was like, girl, clearly the city was still open because people were at work. You know what I'm saying? But I guess people are used to that type of cold. So even with them saying it was freezing, I was like, well, clearly people were still at work. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until I experienced what I experienced where I knew that motherfucker was lying. I said, Justin was lying. Babe, I barely made it around the corner to get me a bag of chips. I think I got some sushi. Girl, I just got a whole bunch of mess. I think I got some sushi because they sold sushi at the Walgreens I went to. They had like a little thing where you could get like sushi and sandwiches and all types of stuff. I think I got some sushi, a sandwich, some chips, some candy, girl, some juice, girl, some water, all types of it. And I just remember walking back, even walking there. But I just remember thinking like, girl, I'm about to die. Girl, like, I wasn't about to die, of course. I'm over exaggerating. But I just remember it being really, really, really cold. And I also remember thinking that stunt queen Jussie was telling a bold face like, ain't no way your ass was walking a subway. If it was that cold when I was in Chicago, I probably would have had to go downstairs and ask the front desk, girl, do y'all got a sandwich in the back I can buy? Because, girl, I'm not walking out in that cold. Girl, Jussie would have did better if it was if it was a restaurant open late, if it was an IHOP, I probably would have believed that. But you ain't walking in no freezing temperature for no motherfucking tuna sandwich, nickel. You ain't nothing at Subway. Maybe some cookies. Girl, I ain't even gonna say that. Girl, ain't nothing that good at Subway to be walking in that cold ass weather. Like I said, girl, I barely made it to, and I know everybody's different, right? When you're used to that weather, and I think they also shot Empire in Chicago, right? So he's probably used to that type of weather, being that if they shot the show in Chicago, then, you know, like I'm sure people in Chicago are used to the weather in Chicago. But when you're not used to weather like that, it can be overwhelming. Like it was it just seemed too much for me. Like I would never go back to Chicago when it's that cold. Girl, catch me when it hit. Girl, catch me when it hit about 50. I can do 50, maybe 40. Girl, because that's what I'm saying. Chicago cold ain't regular cold. Even when it's 15 degrees, it's not 15 degrees like it will be 15 degrees in DC. It's a whole different 15 degrees. Okay? The girls who live in Chicago, the girls who live in cold places know what I'm talking about. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. You know how like in Houston, it could be 100 degrees in Houston, and girl, you will probably lose your life if you walk outside. But I've been to Las Vegas, and I remember one time it was like 110 degrees, and I was fine. Because here in Houston, we have heat and we have humidity, right? So it's like a double whammy. But in Vegas, I can deal with the heat. It's still hot, but it's not like, oh my God, I'm about to pass out. I don't know. It's so crazy. So that's how it is. That's how I feel about Chicago weather. Like, it's just cold, but it's not like cold. It's not like, girl, I can't handle this type of cold. Like I could never live in Chicago. Not during the wintertime anyways. I could never live in Chicago. I would not make it. I would not make it. I feel like I could live in DC. Hell, I feel like I could even live in New York, quiet as this couch. But I could not live in Chicago. It would be a no-go for me. It would just be a no-go. Anyways, so that's how I knew Jussie was lying. Oh, lying ass bitch with his fine ass. Girl, these niggas ain't shit. They gonna lie. The punks too. Oh, hey, Jussie. Jussie said he was in a bathhouse doing lines of coke and jacking dicks. Ain't that what he said? I don't do all of that. Okay, well, I jacked a dick, but I'm not gonna do no coke. I said, girl, that's fine with me, girl. I just get my alcohol. Girl, you do what you do. I have my alcohol and we can have a party. Okay, now, like I said, I don't do all that other carrying on. Okay, but just give me a bottle. Girl, I'm not judging. Do what you gonna do. I do what I gonna do. Do what I'm gonna do. Girl, we can have a party. Okay, baby. Just don't do too much. Because, girl, I'm not rushing nobody to no hospital, honey. I gotta explain to people, girl, how he died on top of me. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Anyways, girl, I'm gone. I'm about to watch Scandal. One time I will never get over how Fitz, girl, pulled Olivia panties down in that closet. Girl, this is my third time watching Scandal. Girl, I will never get over how Fitz, girl, pulled Olivia panties down in that closet and banged her from behind and then threw her away like a piece of trash afterwards and told her, girl, I might can't control my erections, but I am done with you. And she said that girl face cracked. I said, you just let that man raw dog you in a closet, girl. Girl, no condom. And girl, after he did what he did and probably shot your club up, girl, he told you he didn't want nothing to do with you. Girl, he would have got his ass whooped if I was Olivia. Girl, you don't screw that woman. Well, girl, she let him. Because she could have stopped it if she wanted to, but girl, she didn't want to, so it is what it is. Anyways, I'm going, y'all. Girl, what are we talking about today? All right, I'm gone. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.